But these are like playful indulgences by the great masters. We can't take this as Shankarabharanam. And we should remember that those days India was ruled by the British, and these composers were exposed to the brass bands played by the British rulers, and Dikshitar has gone on even to compose a song in the same tune as the British national anthem, God Save the Queen. So that is a different aspect altogether. And the general Shankarabharanam, I will give you some typical phrases. If we take Kalyani and Shankarabharanam, if we write in a book, they are separated only by one note, the Madhyamam. Rest of the notes are same. But in actual practical usage, there is nothing at all that is similar between Shankarabharanam and Kalyani. In Shankarabharanam, of course, there are no hard and fast rules, but generally speaking, each of the notes, we drag that note from the previous note. Suppose we take Re, we take from Sa, we already say Re when we are still in Sa, and then pull the note up and shake between Re and Ga. So we say Sa, then Re, we are saying Re only, Re. So when we are saying Re, we are still resting at Sa. We don't say Sa, Re, Sa, Re. And Ga comes from Re. From Re we go up to Ga. It's a very like lifting a heavy load. Sa, Re, Ga, Ma. So when we are still in Ga, we are saying Ma. Ma is the actual note. Ga, Ma, Pa, Da, Ni, Sa. While in Kalyani, surprisingly, the gamakams seem to be in a reverse order, that each note comes from the note above it. So instead of Sa, Re, Ga, Ma, in Kalyani it comes Sa, Re, Ga, Sa, Ga, Re, Ma, Ga, Pa, Ma, Sa, Re, Ga, Ma, Pa, Da, Da, Ni, Da, Ni, Sa, Ni, Sa, Ni, Sa, Sa, Re, Ga, Ma, Pa, Da, Ni, Sa. In Kalyani, well, Sa, Re, Ga, Ma, Pa, Da, Ni, Sa. In Shankarabharanam. And Kalyani again is a different thing altogether, where we can have gamakams for all the notes. Sa, Re, Ga, Ma, Da, Ni, Re, Ga, Na, Na, Ra. While in Shankarabharanam, as in most other ragas, when one note oscillates, the next note is normally steady. So there is nothing more steady than the Gandharam in Shankarabharanam, because Re and Ma both oscillate. Sa, Re, Ga, Ma, Pa, Ma, Ga. So even when we sing very fast, Re, Ga, Ma, Ga, Re, Ga, Ma, Ga, Re, Ma, Ga, Re, Sa, Ni, Sa, Re, Ga, Ma, Pa, Ga, Ma, Re, Ma, Ga, Re, Sa, Ni, Sa, Re, Ga, Ma, Pa, Ma, Ga, Ma, Pa, Da, Pa. So Pa, Da, Pa, Ma, Ga, Ga will never move. Ga, Ma, Pa, Da, Pa, Ma, Pa, Da, Pa, Ma, Da, Pa, Pa, Ma, Ma, Ga. Ga, Ma, Da, Pa, Pa, Ma, Ma, Ga, Re, Ga, Ma, Pa, Ma, Ga, Re, Ma, Ga, Re, Sa, Ni, Sa, Pa, Ma, Ga, Re, Ma, Ga, Re, Sa, Ni, Sa, Re, Ga, Ga, Ma, Ga, Ga, Ma, Ga, Ma, Ga, Ga, Ma, Ga, Ga, Re, Re, Ga, Re, Re, Ga, Re, Ga, Re, Ma, Ga, Re, Sa, Ni, Sa, Sa, Ga, Re, Sa, Re, Re, Ma, Ga, Re, Ga, Ga, Pa, Ma, Ga, Ma, Da, Pa, Ma, Ga, Ga, Pa, Ma, Ga, Re, Re, Ma, Ga, Re, Sa, Ni, Re, Ga, Ma, Ga, Re, Ga, Ma, Ga, Re, Ga, Ma, Ga, Re, Ma, Ga, Re, Sa, Ni, Sa, Re, Ga, Sa, Re. People like the very great Madurai Mani Iyer, he was a specialist in singing swarams, and people used to wait for him to sing Kamboji or Shankarabharanam just to hear his swaram singing in the Ga area. Ga, Ga, Ma, Ga, Ma, Ga, 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 Ma, Ga, 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 Ma, Ga, Re, Sa, Re, Ga, Ma, Ga, 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 Ma, Pa, Ma, Ma, Ga, Ga, Re, Re, Ga, Ma, Ga, Ga, Re, Re, Sa, Sa, Re, Ga, Re, Re, Sa, Sa, Ni, Sa, Ma, Ga, Re, Sa, Ni, Sa, Pa, Ma, Ga, Re, Ma, Ga, Re, Sa, Sa, Re, Ga, Ma, Pa, Da, Pa, Ma, Ga, Pa, Ma, Ga, Re, Ma, Ga, Re, Sa, Ni, Sa, Re, Ga, Ma, Ga, Re, Sa, Sa, Ma, Ga, Re, Sa, Ni, Ga, Re, Sa, Ni, Sa, Re, Ga, Ma, Ga, 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 Ma, Pa, Ma, Ga, Re, Ga, Sa, Re, Ga. Talking about Madurai Mani, he used to sing sort of Western sounding composition by Dr. Harikesanallur Muthaiya Bhagavatar. Madurai Mani Iyer made it so popular that people call it the Madurai Mani note, the Western note or English note. That goes like this: Ga ma ma re ga pa re ga sa, ni da ni re sa da pa, pa ma ga pa sa ni, da ga ma da pa ga, sa ga pa da pa ma ga re sa re ga, pa ma ga pa sa ni, da ga ma da pa ga, sa ga pa da pa ma ga re da ni sa. These notes are from Shankarabharanam but totally without gamakam. Then we get a different effect when they use foreign note. Ga ga ma pa ba ma ba re re. So it is ga 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 ma pa ba ma ba re 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 ga re sa ni da pa. So that is of course just a playful aspect of Shankarabharanam. I used to ask my late guru Vechur Harihara Subramania Iyer sir, how come the popular ragas, Shankarabharanam, Kalyani, Todi, Bhairavi, Khararapriya, Saveri, how come these ragas became popular while a raga like Nasika Bhushini is not popular? So not only him, I have asked many of the great Semangudi Srinivasa Iyer, all those musicians, and the answer I got was very interesting. It is not necessarily because something is easy or something is difficult. One of the main reasons for a raga becoming popular, especially Shankarabharanam, is because the great Vagyakaras have composed so many songs in this raga. So Tyagaraja himself has composed so many, and each Tyagaraja composition gives a different bhava, different aspect of the raga. Manasu Swadhinamayinaya Kanuniki Marimantra Tantramu Yela. So this is one aspect of Shankarabharanam. Swararaga Sudharasayuta. So that is another bhavam of Shankarabharanam. And same Tyagaraja only composed Bharani Lagana Lola also in a playful mood. So one of the reasons was that there are a lot of compositions in Bhairavi, Shankarabharanam, Todi. Another reason which is very, very obvious, but for most of us, the very obvious things miss us. We are always trying to look deeper into complicated things. The very obvious reason is that they sound very good. So suppose I sing, if I take two allied ragas like Kalyani and Vachaspati, there is only one note difference, or Kalyani and Latangi. If I give 10 concerts with Kalyani as main and 10 concerts with Vachaspati as main, even if I am in a good mood on the Vachaspati day and the accompanists are good, sound system is good, audience is good, generally speaking, the 10 Kalyani concerts would succeed more than the 10 Vachaspati concerts, simply because Kalyani sounds good. Not that Vachaspati doesn't sound good. I have heard again Madurai Mani Iyer himself sing Vachaspati very, very beautifully. So Shankarabharanam simply happens to be one of those ragas which sound very good. When we attend a concert by any musician, a musician we like very much, and they have sung 4 or 5 compositions and we are waiting for the main piece. So they sing 4 or 5 compositions, they drink some water and they are going to start the main piece and we are waiting, what is it going to be? And they start, so we know that it is a raga with a big gandhara. Then we are happy, we settle back, we know that maybe 1 hour of good Shankarabharanam is going to come. So it is almost, when that is almost akin to the fragrance coming from a kitchen when we know that a good meal is going to follow soon. So that is the effect of Shankarabharanam.